got love for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
What are we talking about? You know, I'm not here to start any trouble.
I'm only going to say nice things about you from now on. I think you're handsome, and I think you're a wonderful host.
I'm fat and I'm overweight.
Just don't say anything silly.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take it serious.
You know, I don't want y'all to take anything out of context that I'm saying.
He's very funny. He likes to joke around a lot.
As a personality and as an entertainer, yes.
This is going to be really quick. I'm not taking any questions.
Go ahead and get comfortable. I'm going to talk for a little bit.
You're listening to Cabbie Presents, the podcast.
Welcome to My Guy Mondays. What we try to do is make your Monday a little bit easier to get through. Some of you guys might be listening to this on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, but for Monday, we're trying to help you out. Whether you're at work or at the gym or on your way to work or on your way to the gym or somewhere in between, we hope that this day goes a little bit smoother. I'm your host, Cabbie Richards, and the way this works is three of my friends, we come in, and we just talk about stuff. Before we talk about that stuff, I want to talk about this stuff. Huge shout out to Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson. That was a super entertaining game. The Colts beating the Seahawks 34-28. And an even bigger shout out to Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos beating Tony Romo and his Dallas Cowboys in Dallas 51-48. What a game. Massive offensive numbers, and it was amazing. It was like watching hockey in the 80s when the scores were like 12-9. This is what it was like with arguably the greatest quarterback ever and one of the best quarterbacks of his generation, top 10 of his generation in Tony Romo. Of course, arguably the greatest quarterback ever is Peyton Manning. And he's one of the greatest pitchmen, too. I got to do a podcast where we just talk about Peyton Manning commercials. Because even though the watching football on your phone rap video wasn't that great, and I kind of feel bad for Eli Manning because I just saw this meme. I think it's NFL memes. They do great memes. And it's just a jersey. It's a Giants jersey. And it's, hey, the Giants have a new jersey. And the number is 5. And the player's last name is Owen. Owen 5. It actually made me laugh out loud. I also want to shout out David Ortiz and the Boston Red Sox. They scored like 50 or 60 more runs than everybody else in baseball in the regular season. But David Ortiz, Big Papi, who is a great interview, just hits bombs. Like, my guy is just, it's as though like he's playing with like an aluminum bat. And shout out to the Pittsburgh Pirates and Canadian Russell Martin coming up with some big hits. I hope I'm rooting for the Pirates. They are like the ultimate underdog. And Andrew McCutcheon is a great interview as well. But shout out to Russell Martin. So today on My Guy Mondays, we're going to talk basketball, hockey, women, stuff we like on women, soccer, football, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and the fan experience. Let's begin.
It's his favorite day of the week, and these are his dues. Time now for My Guy Mondays.
Making his debut on My Guy Mondays, good friend of mine, host on NBA TV this year, every single Raptors game. This man will introduce the storylines and then comment the results and the stories and whatever happened in the game. Every single Toronto Raptors game this year on NBA TV. Welcome to My Guy Mondays.
Yes, my guy Cabral. Cabbie, what's good?
I'm wonderful. Tell me about Halifax.
It was nice, man. It was pretty. That was Peggy's Cove.
So, did you actually?
I did actually.
Did you do like? Okay, so you were in Halifax with the Toronto Raptors for the intra
squad game, half of training camp, 2 days on Friday. We got there Thursday, team dinner, and then the intra squad game. It was all good.
So you got to eat with the team.
No. They had that Thursday night. I met with like the broadcast team. We had our broadcast team dinner.
I haven't been to Halifax in a while, so I don't even know any of the spots. But did anybody take you to one of those late night poutine joints?
They're everywhere, but there's this place called Pizza Corner that really everyone was like kind of about. Something called Pizza Corner.
Did you go late night?
Yeah, come on, dude, I'm out there. I got it.
Pizza Corner, yeah. So for those, and there are some American listeners. Okay, so there's an area in Halifax, and there's this corner. There's like 3 pizza joints, and all the pizza joints also have or they call them donaires. Donaires out there. So like they're shawarmas. So it's like pizza / donaire joints.
Yeah.
And then on that fourth corner.
And beer.
On that fourth corner, what's on the fourth corner? Like
I think they're building something. I can't say that I remember, but I thought they were building something.
It may have been foggy. It may have been foggy. So so how many intra-squad games were there?
Just one. There was no, they had a bunch, but most of them were closed behind doors, just getting ready with the team. They had refs in. And then there was the big one that they held downtown that they opened up to the fans, of course, so, to remind everyone, we are Canada's team, so we get out there and we show the whole country the team.
So it was you were were you doing play-by-play, or you just were doing?
I called my first NBA game actually over the internet, of course.
That's
but,
cool.
Hey, it was one, so yeah, it was good. We did it on Raptors.com. Made sure myself and Sherman Hamilton and my guy Jay Satur, the Raptors community manager, we had a good time. It was fun.
Hey, just a side note. On my way to the studio, I saw a woman and she was walking her dog, and the dog had a coat on. And then I immediately started to judge this woman.
Yes, we do that.
Right, because that's everybody judges people. So, but when women put clothes
she doesn't have a boyfriend, I don't think.
No, but I feel like girls with boyfriends still do that stuff, and that's just a girl thing to do.
Okay.
If you're a dude and you have a dog, do you have a dog?
I did. Bless his soul, rest in peace. He's gone.
What was his name?
Salem.
How do you you have to think about it.
Well, it wasn't recently. Like a couple years ago. Back in college.
Shout out to Salem, wherever you are in dog heaven. What's the rule on dudes owning? If you're a dude and you own a dog, is there can you ever put clothes on that dog?
Unless it's a football jersey, no.
Right. That might be the only exception.
You gotta rep your football team. It's not even acceptable to put a basketball jersey on. It's only football.
Only football jersey. If you're going to put any article of clothing on the dog,
it's going to be a football jersey, and it should be a linebacker.
I like that. Or maybe a defensive lineman, like if you like Warren Sapp, or I guess now
J.J. Watt.
That's exactly what I was going to.
You can't put a Tom Brady jersey on your dog.
Maybe if you had a golden retriever, he's like kind of the goat.
Like one of those teacup dogs. You can put a Brady jersey on a teacup dog.
Don't do that to Tom Brady. Don't do that just because he lost to Cincinnati. Don't do it, and he's mad. Tom Brady's just angry. Like that guy might.
He should be happy going home, man. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
I turn that frown upside down when I walk through that door.
Well, he does. I'm sure everything is right as soon as he goes back to his mansion. Have you seen his house? He's got a moat.
In person?
No.
I was there yesterday.
Come on. You were in the 902 yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, did they take you to the lower deck when you were there?
Our hotel was next door to the lower deck.
Oh my goodness!
So there's this band playing live music the whole weekend, and they were really good. Pure Bare Naked Ladies.
I feel like Great Big Sea. That's probably in the rotation out there.
Who sang Mr. Jones and Me? That was like the song that like stuck in my head from the whole night.
What are you talking about? That song came out like 95.
But that's what they were playing.
Come on.
Are
they in a time zone?
There wasn't a lot of live Biggie going down in Nova Scotia, bro.
So wait, how were the players? Were they? Did they have curfews or were they allowed to go out?
I would imagine they didn't go out. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see them. I wasn't like out there with them. I thought they were in their rooms.
They probably were there. I mean, if you didn't see them, dude, how many places to go are there?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If I saw a 7-footer, I would remember.
They would kind of stick out.
Practice was early. I had to get up to go to practice like for media availability, and I was struggling. So imagine,
Raptors. So that's done. So are they back in Toronto now?
No, actually, they went to Boston for some preseason games, but we're not. But of course, we're only broadcasting the home preseason game. So I just, hopped on a plane on Saturday night, got here by Sunday morning, and now we're here doing this on Monday.
So, with Drake's announcement, I guess the NBA. So first, it's the NBA's announcement that Toronto's getting the All-Star game in 2016.
Yes, correct. True.
You like this or you don't like this?
Bad idea.
Why?
Are you crazy, dude? It's the best thing to ever happen. Man, I'll be all over that place.
It'll be pretty live. It's huge for the city. I mean, just huge exposure. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's done for, like, Phoenix or Orlando or Houston. It hasn't really, I don't feel like it's done that much for those communities. However, I don't live there, so I don't really know what it's done afterwards.
But here's what I've heard. Basically, the government's going to put up $500,000. MLS's going to pay whatever they got to pay to do what they got to do. I heard the return on the buck is ridiculous. I heard you're getting like $100 million.
Yeah, but $500,000 is not very much. You're talking about staging a friggin' week long, like 4 days of extravaganza.
Hey, math has never been my strong suit, so I'm not going to go dispute the numbers, guys, here. But I'm saying it's going to bring a lot of money back. And one thing, too, I think if you watch the press conference, a lot of people talked about it. Tim Lewicki and Masai want to brand this city. For whatever reason, some people still want to mention, guys may not come to Toronto, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. They're going to use this as an opportunity and a platform to launch Toronto. Like the Tours of Toronto did like a new campaign. It's kind of like the Tours of Toronto campaign in the NBA for Toronto. Like, it's like, come see the Raptors.
It'll just be, it's basically the Winter Caravana.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be. Winter Banner
2016. It's happening in February.
We're
there.
So for people who don't know what Caravana is,
Shame on you.
No, but there are people around the country who don't know what Caravana is.
Around which country? Even
Ours.
Okay, yes, true.
Ours.
I forgot, yes.
Caravana is this Caribbean theme, Caribbean inspired.
Trinidadian.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
on my Trini thing here.
Fine, that's too specific though. That's inside baseball. It's a Caribbean festival, music, costumes, food, culture, and it's a weekend. It's usually the first weekend in August, and it's like 1 million black people in Toronto.
And Drake kicks it off with his OVO tournament. He usually has
a festival,
concert.
not tournament.
No, but the tournament.
Oh, the basketball tournament. Oh, actually, it was pretty dope that he did that this year.
And then at the Sunday, it wraps up with the concert. And then, you got all the festivities in between, your fire fets, your parade downtown, your the island for the big barbecue on Monday.
Do they have the island in it? Do they have
I never wake up in time to find out, but I remember when I was 11 we went, so I figured it was still going on.
So what Drake does, Drake is just amazing. Like, he has, this year there was I saw you at one of his basketball games. So he has this tournament. So, like, Brandon Jennings was playing in the tournament. Amir Johnson was playing in the tournament. I know Anthony Bennett was here. Andrew Nicholson was playing. And a bunch of kids.
Through.
Andrew Wiggins, he passed by. But there's some other, like, actual legit. Kelly Olynyk was there. Some legit NBA
if you're
dudes.
Anybody in the scene, you were there. You had to be there. You got to support. This is what Drake's doing.
And then in Caravana, like, Kevin Garnett came, LeBron came, Steve Nash came, like a bunch of NBA dudes.
It was the who's who.
Yeah, it was pretty legit. So you like the NBA All-Star game in Toronto?
Winter Banner is going to be awesome.
Winter Banner will be fantastic. So, but there won't be 1 million black people here for NBA All-Star weekend.
Well, yeah,
because
no, I mean,
because usually it's held in warmer climates. The NBA All-Star weekend.
Yes.
And now it's in Toronto. So it's gonna be cold.
I know they're doing two straight years in cold cities because this year's New Orleans, next year's New York.
Right. So 2015 New York, 2016 Toronto. Yeah. So they're gonna be cold. And then some black people can't get a crowd. They don't have passports.
Just get everyone Canada Goose jackets.
They will, yes, get them official OVO Canada Goose jackets. So what did you make of Drake being announced as the global ambassador of the Toronto Raptors?
Cutting edge. It's amazing. I mean, Tim came in here and said he's going to do new things, try to shake things up. I mean, we saw what Jay-Z did. Everyone is going to refer back to what Jay-Z did with Brooklyn. And I'm not trying to, like, put it on that level because they didn't really do it this way. They're doing their own new thing now, right? So I think it's genius. It can't hurt. I don't imagine they're going to ask Drake to play point guard. So
run the point night with OVO.
Yeah, it's not gonna, Nico and Drake aren't going to be in the backcourt. Future's not going to be on the wing. Okay, P. Rain won't be playing power forward. It's
well, P. Rain's only 6'1", so all those dudes are just guards at most. I think T-Rex might be the tallest dude in their crew, and T-Rex is like 6'2".
Yeah, so we're not going small in that sense,
right?
But I mean, it's branding, it's positioning, it is a business, and he's leveraging what's hot right now. Drake represents this city, and he represents it quite well, if you ask me. And he's lending his face to something that I'm very passionate about, the Toronto Raptors. So I'm all for it, man. If we can do something with him and make it all better, come on.
Have you heard? What are the rumors you're hearing about what the Raptors will be called in 2015?
I haven't heard I heard people saying they heard the name would change. I haven't heard a confirmation.
I feel like the name's going to change. I don't know personally, but I feel like the name's going to change.
Alluded to a bit in the press conference that maybe it would be more of a color scheme switch. I don't know if they've ruled out a name change, but I don't think they've explicitly said there will be a name change either.
The next time I see the Raptor, I'm going to whisper in his ear or in his mouth. I'm going to be like, get yourself fitted for a wolf, like a dog.
Do dinosaurs have ears? I thought they communicated like telepathically.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna whisper into his mouth.
Ugh.
And I know it sounded weird, but it did sound weird. We're gonna say, hey, go start getting fitted.
Hey, Raptor, listen.
And that's how I'm gonna do it too. Like, shh, it's okay. It's just me.
I still love you.
It's just me. I'm in the top 4 creepiest individuals on earth that don't have criminal records.
There's file footage of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be cool. The Huskies isn't a bad look when they did their throwbacks with the the blue and the white. I mean, listen, this city's a blue and white city. Argos are blue and white. Toronto Maple Leafs are blue and white. Blue Jays are blue and white.
Oh shoot, yeah.
It's got to be blue and white.
Don't forget about the Marlies, man.
The Marlies are also blue and white.
Okay.
What's our lacrosse team is probably blue and
We
white.
have a lacrosse team?
Yeah, the Toronto Rock. I haven't been.
Oh no, yes.
No, I think there's some red. I think
there is red in there. There is red in there. I didn't forget about the Rock.
You didn't forget about the Rock? It's like, what's our lacrosse team? I don't know if you saw this, but so we mentioned Andrew Wiggins. Did you see his 30-second? ESPN put together like a 30-second or 45-second clip of their scrimmage game. I know you were just in Halifax with the Toronto Raptors for their inter-squad game.
With the dunks.
In Kansas, they had an inter-squad game.
Midnight Madness.
And it was called the Fog and.
Yeah. Don't put me on the spot, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing it up too. Anyway, so there are some highlights of Andrew Wiggins has surfaced in Kansas, and the dude's just flying.
Yeah. Did you see the scrum? There's photos of the scrum.
It
looked like he was Obama. Like, you know, there's like the reporters that get around the guy with the mic.
We mean look like Obama.
Like, there's like a million mics.
Oh, well, yeah,
media attention, not like Andrew Wiggins physically resembles.
But that's not, I didn't know what you meant.
Okay, my bad.
The dude has like over 100,000 followers on Twitter. He's a freaking he's a high school kid.
I had that many in high school. Wait, I mean, they had Twitter when I was in high school. No,
Did you have MySpace?
I had MySpace. I was killing MySpace. Black Planet. I was on Black Planet, 8th Avenue. Man, I was all over.
Do you remember when Kanye referred to Black Planet in a verse once?
And everyone was like, "Oh snap! Remember that?"
Yeah, Black Planet. I was on there a couple of times in like 03 or whatever.
03, I remember them days. DMX was big.
Do you think the Raptors should no one's gonna admit it because dudes have pride and they're professionals.
Mm-hmm.
But
is it a tanky question?
Yeah, it's a tanky.
That's disrespect. Here's the thing. I've heard that so many times, and I sided the players on this one. I'll get all philosophical on you for a second.
Okay, go.
Begets like. You know what I'm saying? So if you are
what?
Like begets like, okay, like war begets more war, winning begets more winning. Like I say, if you lose, if you make it your agenda to lose, you're not building the characteristics to be a winner. So if you say, okay, we're going to lose this year so we can win next year, you're not taking any steps towards developing that winning culture and that winning attitude. You're developing a losing culture and a losing attitude. I can't, with the team we have right now, I cannot imagine that you would try to tank. The state of the Eastern Conference, you got Rudy Gay, probably the best perimeter player we've had on our team since Vince Carter.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just a huge Steve Francis.
That's okay, no, because Steve Francis came second in that dunk contest. He was pretty legit.
So, I mean,
that won in 2000 in Golden State.
With the collection of players you have here, this is not a tanking situation at all.
Okay, I'm just going to remind you of 2002. 2003. In a state called Ohio.
They get it in Ohio.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
I believe on their starting lineup was Ricky Davis.
I was going to say, like,
DeJuan Wagner.
Yes.
Darius Miles. Zadrunas Ilgauskas.
You're calling like a jail team right now.
Zadrunas Ilgauskas. I think maybe Carlos Boozer. Maybe.
Yeah, Boozer was the starting power forward.
I think he was back there.
LeBron,
and they were awful. And then David Stern gave them the #1 overall pick because they knew LeBron was coming.
The operative word in the sentence you just said was, they were awful.
Right.
I'm not ready to say this Raptors team is not awful.
Yeah, but they weren't. And those
Rudy Gay it's not Ricky Davis. He's not gonna when he has 10 points. 10. What happened
when he tried to get that triple double.
Threw the ball off his own backboard.
Yeah. Tried to get that 10th rebound.
That's not happening.
Ricky Davis could score buckets.
Yeah, but I mean, he can score buckets, but I mean, a good game for Ricky Davis is 16 points and 7 turnovers.
Dude, Ricky Davis is trying to.
Listen, by the way, I mean none of this.
Ricky Davis was trying to. He's trying to hang 30 on you every night.
He was, but he didn't care if he won.
That's true.
He's like, okay, win, lose, or draw. I'm getting about 30.
Ricky Davis just wanted to be on Sports Center.
Yeah. He didn't care if it was for the good or the bad. Or the ugly.
Okay, but listen, David Stern is like, you know what? Okay, maybe it's Adam Silver because no, it's Adam Silver because Adam Silver now it's the changing of the guard.
Sitting in the back room like, listen, we gotta get Toronto Wiggins or we gotta get Cleveland LeBron.
I'm not saying this is a conspiracy.
I think you are.
But in 2016,
yeah,
if you have this shiny new rookie who will then, I guess, be in his third year, this unbelievable athletic kid with just unbelievable promise, and hopefully he has his gifts will translate on an NBA court, and you have him to showcase the 2016. You have Andrew Wiggins in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
He's going to be in the 2016 All-Star game if he's in the league by then.
He's going to play 1 year at Kansas.
Yeah.
And then if everything goes according to plan,
yeah,
then
he'll be there 2016. You're saying he'll be
at the All-Star game?
Yeah. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with that statement.
Maybe he'll be, if he's in a Toronto Raptors uniform, he'll probably be starting in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Wow, that would be crazy.
Because you have the whole country.
Yes.
That's how Vince Carter balled.
Yao Ming.
Right.
Except nowhere near as many people.
And nowhere near as many votes. Yao Ming had like 71 million votes every year. Like you couldn't even touch Yao Ming. But Andrew Wiggins, well, you know, that's a lot of pride. I sent him a tweet once, like, dude, do some what's the exercise I hate?
Pilates?
No, not Pilates.
You hate every exercise. What are you talking about?
That's true. I only like the exercises when I'm putting food in my mouth. Those are the ones I like. Deadlifts.
Deadlifts. Oh, yeah, those are deadly.
Because that's your back, your core, everything. It's the best exercise, but they friggin' suck.
Yep.
Do a lot of deadlifts, Andrew Wiggins, because you have this nation to carry.
Hey, listen, I wish we went back to like the hockey system. You know, like the old hockey system where like a kid was from Montreal. The Canadians got him.
Right.
Man, wouldn't that be the best?
When it's just like geographic.
And geographically, like we get all these guys. Yeah, it doesn't matter where they went to high school.
That happens in college football. Like the Texas teams and
not for Texas anymore. If you're watching Texas and Mac Brown right now, they are not.
Dude, Mac Brown's Texas is trying to give Nick Saban $10 million a year.
Yeah.
And then if Nick Saban walks away from Alabama, dude, if he wins this year 3 straight national championships in a row, he could walk away from Alabama and be like, okay,
because he's done his job.
Yeah, he can drop the mic and then go to Texas, make $10 million, and then get all those local Texas kids.
The funny thing was, too, if it's Nick Saban, he's bringing kids from Texas, he's bringing kids from LSU, from Louisiana, he's bringing kids from Florida.
Everywhere.
His name is gold
Everywhere.
He's like City TV everywhere.
But also in like Florida, they mine their own Florida kids.
Yeah.
You know, the FSU, the Gators, and the U.
Florida State's coming back.
Jameis Winston's at Florida State. Teddy Bridgewater's at
small school. They're not getting no national championship love.
I'm an idiot. I think Teddy Bridgewater is like no. He's like 16 touchdowns and 1 interception, like 2,000 yards. Like he's gross. Teddy Bridgewater is at Louisville. Basketball school.
Yeah,
not a football school.
Football powerhouse.
Yeah, no.
Rick Pitino is really a great football coach.
Did you hear what they did to him in Boston on the radio station?
Pitino?
Yeah.
He's not allowed to do anything to Pitino.
Well, he didn't have a great time. He didn't have a great run in Boston.
What happened?
If radio station, and this is like 15 years ago where he was a coach in Boston. So radio station calls him.
The Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing all sorts of stuff to him then. That wasn't a good run for him.
No, it wasn't. So they got him on the phone, like, oh, Rick Pitino, glad you have you. So he gets on, it's like, hey, good morning, guys. I'm like, you stink, you suck. Boom, hang up the phone on him.
Pitino, why would what?
So the fans of this radio station, which I can't remember, they loved it. Like the local market loved it. They were like, oh, that was the best prank ever, whatever. But like that's so disrespectful.
That's your coach.
That's like 15, 20 years ago. He was there in the late 90s with Ron Mercer and friggin' and Chauncey Billups and those dudes.
When Chauncey Billups wasn't the Chauncey Billups we know right now.
Yes. I'm excited for basketball. I'm excited to watch you for 82 games this season. Do the pregame and the postgame show on Twitter. Is it at Akil Augustine?
My full name, my government.
So it's at AKIL AUGUSTINE at Akil Augustine
I
on
wish you
Twitter.
guys could see him do the hand thing as he does it.
Are you on Instagram also?
Yeah, I am.
The same thing?
Government.
My Guy Mondays. Thanks for stopping by, man.
My Guy Mondays.
Back in the studio, back again. Justin Mulligan, one of my longtime collaborators on Cabbie Presents. Whenever I'm stuck on an idea, I hit up Justin and I come up with better ideas. Welcome back to the podcast, sir.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Hey, so you were at the Leafs home opener.
I wasn't at the home opener. I went outside of the home opener like they did for the playoffs.
Okay, so you're outside of the Air Canada Center.
Yes.
And okay, so was the atmosphere the same as it was Game 7 when Patrice Bergeron stuck his whole hockey stick blade shaft into the heart of Leaf Nation, pulled it out, and blue blood started splattering all over the ice?
That was I was there for that as well, and that was really tough. I mean, it was 4-1. Everyone was going crazy.
Okay, wait. We don't want to recap of the game.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it was a jubilant atmosphere last night. It was good. I mean, I actually left and went home.
So wait, you didn't see the shootout?
I saw the shootout at home from my couch, but I didn't stay there. No, I had some people bail on me, so I was actually literally by myself, just taking in the ambiance of the event.
Amongst like thousands of people, though, right? They're outside there.
Yeah, but I mean, there was no people that I knew like closely.
You can't do anything by yourself?
I do. I was there for a whole period by myself.
Have you ever seen a movie by yourself?
No, that's one thing I haven't done yet.
Ever?
Ever.
I see like 90% of the movies by myself.
And I don't understand how. I don't know. I just can't get over it in my head to do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just haven't done it.
Dude, I've traveled by myself.
I've traveled by myself. I do a lot of traveling by myself.
But that's big. Yeah, but then you go to see. Well, I guess
I go to see people, but I'm by myself.
But you never go like on an
process.
adventure just by yourself.
Well, I think all my trips are pretty good adventures.
That's all those. Yeah, they're great adventures. They are great adventures.
I haven't done like safari by myself in Africa.
Or you haven't like gone to like Italy or Romania or Greece by yourself.
No.
And Mesopotamia.
I envy people that can do that. I don't know. I think life is better enjoyed with someone else.
Come on, listen. What is this? Were you writing Hallmark cards?
I don't know. I believe that though. People aren't going to believe half the stuff that happens, so I'd like to have someone there to witness it.
That's fine. That's fair. So, okay, so just one quick thing about hockey. I was messaging Baby Bro today, Mike Richards. And
Carts is out for a good start, too. 2 G-notes.
Yeah, G-notes. $2,000 or 2 goals?
2 goals.
2 goals?
Sorry, that's some hockey slang.
Right. So, so LA played in Winnipeg, and Mike Richards he's from Kenora, Ontario, which is 2 hours away from Winnipeg.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it is. He's got a beautiful place, but it's very remote. So I was like, baby, bro, how many tickets do you have to buy to that Winnipeg game?
That'd be tough.
Yeah, because he's
did he give you a number?
He did give me a number. So his friends and family are there, and it's not outrageous, but like
20?
23.
Wow.
23 tickets on the visa.
And he probably got like a couple for free because I think they get 1 or 2.
I think they get a pair. The visiting players get a pair.
You'd have to take out a loan to do that in Toronto.
Oh yeah. Well, I think you were at least getting. I think you're getting him at face value. I think at least face value if you're a player.
That's at least you dropped over 2 G's easy.
No, it's like 5 to 10 G's.
Yeah, because you can't put them up in the nosebleeds.
No, you got to. And everybody's expecting lower bowl. Like, I mean, they're not expecting to sit against the glass. I mean, certainly not his own family members, but like, and he plays in LA. I don't even think that may have been the first time LA's played in Winnipeg since the 90s.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they were there last year.
No, I don't think so either.
So he basically played the first period for free.
He played. That was a game check.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a game check. No, he does well. He does well. I remember like when the kid had to fly like 9 or 11 members of his family around like during the final, just the finals. Like, and there was like, it was, New Jersey, LA, and obviously Game 6 was in LA on that Monday night. But yeah, the dude, a poor kid. I mean, that's great to be able to do it, and it's great for your family to come see it, but unfortunately they didn't win the game.
It's tough. Yeah, they played awful actually.
I
watched it.
Did you?
Yeah, they played awful.
So the reason you're in today, Justin, is because you're a connoisseur of the finer things. You enjoy a certain lifestyle, which you can afford because you are great at your job and you are successful. And so I came across. I mean, in the first time or the last time we spoke, we had a great conversation about Instagram.
Yes, we did.
And I messed up her Instagram account name. Okay, so again, this is now the third week in a row that I'm talking about this particular lady. Her name is Gracie Barbosa, and her Instagram account is GRA Official. That's OFICIAL. Because she's Portuguese, or she's Brazilian, but they speak Portuguese, so official isn't the way that we spell it, it's the way that they spell it. So it's GRA Official, no underscores or anything like that. She's unbelievable.
I hope she gets some more followers just because you corrected it.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, she's worth a few. I
did follow her.
Did you?
Yes,
I creeped her. I didn't follow her, but I creeped.
I'm very liberal with my follows.
Yeah, you are. Well,
You are not.
No, I am.
And on Twitter. And I mean, I have some other friends in your position. You don't follow a lot of people. It took me a while to crack your Twitter followers.
That's not true. That's not true. You're like in my top 50.
I mean, Aaron Andrews followed me right away, but it took you it took you like 2.
And she's probably 800 times more famous than I am. Like 800 times like at the minimum. More famous than I am. All right,
follow means more from you though, because I had to earn it. So I appreciate it.
So I saw something that popped up on the Book of Faces. This is actually like a month old, and it's this like poll in Women's Health magazine, like the UK version, and apparently they polled 1,000 dudes, and and this is the poll: is what are the top 10 traits men see first on a woman?
Interesting.
So and I'm assuming by their results, it's the woman is walking towards you,
okay,
and this is what you see, and everybody makes these decisions in nanoseconds in their brain, whether or not the person's attractive or not, or taking inventory of a person's look and their clothes and all their physical features. This happens within seconds. We make these judgments on people.
See, I'm glad you said that because I mean I won't lie, you gave me this like an hour before I came on, and I've never really dissected the process because it does happen so quickly.
Yeah, it does. It's like a subconscious, unconscious thing.
Yeah, so I actually found myself being like, man, like what actually do I look at first? Because it's just like, yeah, you just do it. Yeah, it's second nature.
So I think the British men, I don't think they're quite, well, certainly I don't share any of these same sensibilities, but I'm going to give you guys the list. I'm going to go reverse order. 10 to 1, according to 1,000 plus British men on the top 10 traits they see first on a woman just in the street. So 10, skin. 9 is height. 8 is butt. 7 is style. 6, legs. 5, height. 4, hair. 3, breasts. 2, smile. And number 1, eyes. Now, I know those are some lying bastards right there. Eyes, like, come on. Eyes number 1? What? Eyes number 1? How many girls wear sunglasses?
Yes, so that was one of the notes I made to bring up. But also, I'm shocked with smile being 2.
Yeah, like who's smile? Like,
especially in Britain. I mean, their dental care is nowhere near ours. They're a little
We've been
behind.
there a couple of times.
Yeah, it's a little behind. So, like, the fact smile was 2, I was floored.
You know those are lying. My friend Frizz just came back from London. And he went to a soccer game, and we were watching football today or football yesterday, and he was like, it was like. There are so many unattractive people in London.
There really is, though. We went a couple times, and we had the same thing. I mean, they're few and far between, but when you find them, they're gorgeous.
But they're really diamonds in the rough.
They are diamonds in the rough. It was tough going over there.
Yeah. So I'm going to recap again from 10 to 1, the top 10 traits men see first on women, according to this poll by Women's Health, the UK edition. Okay, so from 10 to 1, skin, height, butt, style, legs, weight, hair, and now the top 3. Breasts at the 3, 2, smile, and number 1, eyes. Justin, what is... Okay, I'm going to write these down. How do you... Those are the...
I knew you were going to come right out of the ranking.
Okay, so how do you rank? What do you see when you see a woman?
So for me, I'm a big face guy. So I lumped eyes and smile and everything into face. So face is 1.
Yeah.
2 for me would be body, which lumps in, especially at the face.
But body, you can't just go body because there's so many components of the body: legs, bum, chest, figure.
No, I broke out legs and butt later on. Body to me is just like, boom, initial how she looks. So it'd be like breast, hips, like her shape, like the hourglass or whatever shape. Her shape, I guess, would be number 2 for me.
All right.
Okay, so chest would be in that, and weight would be in that. They separated out weight. I think weight is part of the body.
Okay.
So and then 3 is legs.
Okay.
I'm a big leg guy. Ass, but if they're walking towards me, I guess I should put that farther down because I wouldn't see that until she left.
Right.
So that's a tough one, right?
That is a tough one because if she's walking if she's walking in front of you,
yes,
then you have no idea what her face and the rest of you're just only looking at one spot.
So ass shouldn't even be on here then.
Well, no, it has to be though. It has to be.
See, in a lot of
because if you're sitting in a restaurant on a patio and she walks by, you're gonna get the whole.
I feel like we should have done this because a lot of them go together for me, and I just found a lot of flaws in this.
No, but
technology.
That's fine.
Style, I'm gonna notice right away because I'm looking at their body. So when I'm looking at their body, I'm gonna notice if they have style.
Okay, but you came out with face.
Face, I love face.
I know you love face, but that's okay.
Face is big.
So your style is that your 4?
Style had 5.
5. What was 4 again?
Ass.
Bum. Okay, yeah.
Bum, sorry.
Or whatever.
Are we PG?
No,
it's PG on this. This is iTunes.
Yeah.
Can't we go like Howard Stern on this? Like Sunlight.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So 5 was style. 6 is hair. I like hair.
Okay.
Big crazy hair. Hair's cool. It also goes with style though. 7 would be height. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you also assess that with body. And then skin. Other than their face, which I'm going to notice when I look at their face, I rarely check out a girl's skin.
Well, she has to be. She has to be in close proximity for you to check out her skin.
Yeah.
Like she has to be. It's like the last 2 strides before she passes you. If you're walking down the street, it's within 3 strides for sure. That's where you're going to notice her skin. If you're looking directly into her face.
Yeah, and I mean the face. I mean, just because she has a good skin face, she could have like something on her arm, or she could have like rough, dry skin.
Right. She have bumps. You felt the bumps on the back of the arm.
Yeah, I felt those.
That's terrible because I know if there are women that are listening to this, and I know there are.
Sound awful right now.
No, but they have a similar list for dudes,
I don't even want to know that list.
I can imagine how many dudes have back knee, and
my back's okay.
Yeah, I don't do HGH.
No.
So I don't have back knee, but I'm sure there are a lot of dudes who do have back knee, or we smell.
Yes.
We do smell.
You wouldn't notice because, like you said,
True.
This is like the physical walking towards approach.
True, but yeah, but I feel like women would go deeper with this list.
Does he look emotionally available?
Okay, so to recap, so from 1 to 8, you only went 8.
Yeah, because I lumped some of them together, like face was smile and eyes.
Face was smile and eyes. 2
and body was chest and weight.
3 legs.
Yeah.
4 backside.
Yes.
5 style. 6 hair. 7 height. 8 skin. I'd have skin at the bottom of the list also, like they did.
Yeah, because like face, I'm obviously going to notice the skin, but I mean, other than that, I'm oblivious to it. Until you get them in close proximity. Right. And by then it's too late. So it's still at 10 because it doesn't matter much.
Have you ever filled out one of these? Like,
no.
where are these? Who are these pollsters? Like, I want to get on one of those.
It would be good.
Maybe it's just because
I've never been approached.
I'm an opinionated SOB, and I just want to talk all day about stuff. like my opinion means anything. Here I am in my own head thinking, yeah, but I could add to this. No, I'm just another gas bag. Like. All these other dudes.
Where's your list, though? Because I was interested to see your list. Because we have a lot of similar tastes.
We do.
But we look for different things, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does, yeah. I mean...
The end product is pretty much the same, but we go about getting there differently.
I didn't make a list, but just like, I know, like I'm going to go face first.
Yes.
Face, and then I'm going to go, I guess I'm going to go body also, like weight. Like on their list, they had weight. So I'm going to go weight number 2.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at her face, and I'm going to check out top to bottom. As she's checking out the lump around my abdomen, which is my gut, I'm going to be, surveying her as well, like I'm the friggin' Terminator. Zoom, and all these calculations and these little stats and information will be popping up, like it's friggin' I'm wearing Google Glass.
You give them the elevator. Basically,
yeah. I wonder if
floor to basement.
I wonder if Google Glass will have that kind of function,
like Terminators, like complete Terminator stuff.
Yeah, because they're going to customize. They're gonna make these products so individual for the user that you're gonna have like your own settings.
Yeah, so I mean, I actually just laughed out loud to the side of the microphone, but my ideal Google Glass would be like, I input what I like. When I look at the girl, it sizes her up and be like, keep walking.
Or they'll just
Like it
flash
knows.
red.
Yeah.
They'll just get like a little red pulse.
Yeah, and be like, no.
Or a green pulse.
Yes.
And then the Google Glass will be able, just like the app Tinder, it'll be able to find like in your range, like within 500 meters, there's someone who, and then,
fits your physical criteria.
yeah, and then she's gonna be at chapters, and you're not gonna go in there because you don't like books.
I do like books.
You don't like books.
What's that for?
You don't like books.
I like books.
You
I
like
read-
your iPad. You're on your iPad.
Yeah.
I've been to your place. I've never seen a book at your place.
I have them hidden, but they're there.
Why are they hidden?
But you've been to my place, so it's very decorated and it's got a
Yeah, there are no
specific
books.
vibe to it.
There are no
so
books.
The books are on the end table on the shelf. There's like Kat
Underneath
Von
the
D's-
couch.
Kat Von D's tattoo book is there. I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell by Tucker Max is there.
Yeah.
Finish First by Tucker Max is there.
Yeah, we get the kind of books that you
It's
like.
all pop culture books.
You don't like books.
Okay.
You know, like women when they come over, they like to like. They're judging everything. When they come to my place, it's like, this guy's a slob. There's just stuff everywhere. It's a friggin' locker room, and it smells like bologna and bad odor.
You do have a nice assortment of magazines, though. So it does look like you read.
I do read my magazines.
Yeah.
But because I have ADD, I just read magazines. Like, I read 1,500-word essays.
See, I just come to your house when I want to read.
Okay, so getting back to this, do you have any more to add?
No, I just had some other things that they left out. Like, where does lips come in? Like, I like lips. Like, if they're a nice full pair of lips, they look, supple, and you want to kiss them.
But would you? Okay, yeah, but that's like further down the list. Are you going to evaluate? Are you going to look
No,
at?
but I think that goes in the face category. My polling.
But okay, are you going to include nose then?
I get, yeah, because I mean, a nose
Yeah, but
can
that's part
throw
of-
off a whole face.
I know, but that's part of the
Have you
face.
ever had like a hot girl and then her nose is just ratchet, and you're like, wow. Has no one ever told you maybe just?
No, come on, you can't ever say that.
No,
You
I know that. I'm just saying, but like, okay, so this is totally off topic, but it's the same with like a beautiful woman that has like a little bit of mustache hair. They have no one in their life that's close
Are you
enough to them as a
crazy?
girlfriend though, and just be like, hey, you might want to just
Only girls can say that to other. But you saying that, a little bit of mustache, she's looked at that face over.
and she
Women
doesn't see it. That's what I don't
No,
get.
they see it, but they can't do anything about
Yes,
it.
they can.
What
They
are
can
you
wax
late?
it, they can shave
You
it.
can't shave a
Sure they
mustache.
can.
You can't shave a mustache.
I shave my mustache every day.
Yeah, but you're a dude. I
But
think
they could. Would you rather shave your mustache hair as a woman every morning, or go out in the real world?
What if you cut yourself?
Then, well, I mean, you can come up with something.
You know, don't they say that
walk into the door.
don't they say that mustache hair grows back darker when it? Which I'm not sure if that's true because I have black hair. And you, what, like, do you have?
Mine comes in ginger.
No, it does. Does
Yeah,
it?
My father's a ginge, so that comes in red.
Yeah, but your hair
Red and
is
blonde.
hair's like brown.
Yeah, comes in red and brown. Cinnamon.
You can't
Cinnamony.
like cinnamony.
Yeah.
You can't ever say to a girl, nor can her friends, because how many times a day do you think women look in the mirror? 30, 45,
Yeah.
50 times probably, or themselves in their phones because that's an easy way to look. 50 times probably.
Yeah.
So she knows that she has either her nose isn't it's not perfectly symmetric,
Yeah.
or she has a little peach fuzz. One last thing, is the Lululemon pant the equivalent of the baseball cap for dudes?
Ooh, nice twist on that one. Like, just means like they throw it on for everyday use when they don't really want to put any effort into getting ready. Yeah, I would agree, but I'm glad it is. It's probably the best piece of clothing ever invented for a woman, other than the two-piece bathing suit. It's like makeup for a girl's ass.
See, I got it. Like the push-up bras got to
well,
be.
yeah.
Push-up bras probably number.
And
Probably number
lingerie,
one.
lingerie in general.
No, I'd say it's probably in the top 5.
Lululemon is
No, the lingerie is probably the top 5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we differ with that too.
That's fair. That's true.
But
Okay, so the Lululemon
I
pant
agree. I
equivalent to the baseball cap.
Yeah, because it's their go-to look. Like, they just know they can throw it on. It looks good. It's easy, and then they're out the door.
It also enhances parts that are
Does it
flawed
ever?
but not just for. I'm saying for dudes, because there's so many dudes that are balding, and we lie to women with baseball, like flat out lying to women that we have a full head of hair under our baseball caps when really our joints are like receding worse than LeBron's. They are just creeping back. Or you're just flat out bald and you just got to shave the full head of hair, but you rock a baseball cap and it looks like you have hair under there.
Yes, I agree with that.
That's how we lie to women. On the other side of it, we wear baggy shirts to cover up our guts.
Yes, hats.
Hats for sure.
I guess
and
baggy
then
or jeans.
We also wear aviators. We wear sunglasses to look cool, and our eyes are. My eyes are red a lot of times.
Yeah.
And and then sometimes we have that scruff the facial hair because we have bad skin. Some
that does hide
of us have cottage cheese in our faces.
Really?
Some people do, yeah.
I guess.
Not you and
No, I shave every day.
okay, but
Well,
that's how we're all lying to each other.
Yes.
But you get honesty on My Guy Mondays. Justin Mulligan, thanks for coming by.
Thank you, sir.
My Guy Mondays.
Back again, My Guy Mondays. Neil Scott, one of my contributors, unofficial contributors on the Cabbie Presents world. Everything Cabbie Presents. When I'm stuck, you come through. So thank you. Welcome back.
Good day, sir.
You're my resident soccer guy, and I'm the idiot that tweeted out a picture of the Tottenham jersey. I just got a new Tottenham jersey, and the reason I became a Tottenham fan is because I interviewed guys on Tottenham last year for the release of FIFA 13. Had a great experience with Kyle Walker. I didn't get to Gareth Bale. Doesn't matter. He's in Real Madrid right now, or
most expensive player ever.
You're right. So Kyle Walker, a couple other dudes. Tom Huddlestone is no longer with the team. Anyway. And they lost 3-0. So I know that's like 3-0 in soccer is like 18-2 in baseball.
Or 8-0 in hockey.
Or 8-0 in hockey. It's like the Red Sox just crushing Tampa Bay. Are you a Man U guy?
Oh yeah, big time. I'm shocked. This is amazing because we never talk about soccer, so I'm actually shocked right now in here. This is a big day for me. I'm excited. I wish I would have known. We would have called my dad in. We would have brought in the whole family and took over.
We're going to talk a little bit of soccer because earlier this week, the biggest soccer player in the world, or arguably, it's one in 1A. It's Lionel Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo did a really, really cool thing. Back in August, there was an exhibition game between Real Madrid and Chelsea. And a fan ran onto the field. He slid, and he's wearing a Cristiano Ronaldo jersey. He ran up to Ronaldo. He slid and then he hugged him for uncomfortably the way that I hug athletes. This dude hugged Cristiano Ronaldo for a minute, and he was really calm. He was just telling him how much he loved him and how much he loved his game. There was no threat of violence at all. But the kid got arrested, of course, because you can't do that. He got charged for trespassing, spent the day and a half in jail. And earlier this week, Cristiano Ronaldo sent a letter to the judge's office, whatever county in Florida this kid was being tried. His case was being read, and he sent it on the official letterhead of his lawyer, so they knew that this was legit. And he sent a letter defending the soccer fan. And saying, he wasn't aggressive, he wasn't violent in any way, and he didn't resist the police or anything. It's basically trying to help this kid's case because, as you know a little bit more about the story than I do, but the kid is he's a student in Florida and he's Canadian, so his immigration status could come into question.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a situation like this before, where a super famous athlete comes to the aid of an overzealous fan?
No,
in this regard.
That's weird. The funny thing is the kid, he stayed on longer, and he was telling a big fan. He actually asked Ronaldo, "Can you tell the cops not to arrest me?" And Ronaldo did right then.
On the
field, right away. Ronaldo said, "No, stop. Let him walk off." And was walking him off. But they can't allow that because then the next guy would jump on. So that's why. And then their lawyers had to release a statement saying they actually did write the letter because no one believed it either. That's the way this world is now.
Yeah, everybody's so skeptical.
And then your lawyer has to release that I did write something as your lawyer.
It's pretty cool for Ronaldo to do that because Ronaldo is, and I have no problem. I don't know. And we can go into this conversation, but I have no problem saying a man is handsome. And the dude is handsome. He's very pretty.
Yeah.
Can you compliment dudes and say they're pretty?
Oh, yeah. He's a good looking dude. We were just Tom Brady today, just at his press conference. Last time we were talking about his hair looked terrible, and
yeah, but you're not saying it's
to a girl. She's like, "What's his hair?" And I'm like, "It's okay." And I'm like, "Oh God." And
but you're not saying he's a good looking dude. You're saying his hair looks terrible. You're not
Because
saying
he's a good-looking dude, though. Tom Brady and Ronaldo's a good-looking dude. And when he came to Man United, I am a huge Man United fan because of the manager was Scottish, and the current manager is, but he was not as good-looking. He was a young kid, a little bit of acne and stuff, and he just, this conversation's getting weirder, but he grew into this man, and women love him.
He's a sex symbol.
And earlier this year, too, he took a shot at another preseason game, went over the net and broke a kid's arm in Wales.
Oh, really?
And the kid was bawling because his dad actually ducked and the kid put his arm up, and he went and he got the team to autograph something on his cast. He got him an autographed shirt, autographed ball, everything. Ronaldo's apparently, I mean, he gets a bad rap, I think, out there, but he's really well liked.
I guess the point I was trying to make is because he's so famous and because he's so rich and because he's so good looking, and sometimes I've heard he doesn't act so friendly, but then you see gestures like this, and then it redeems him, and you see him in a different light. So a shout out to Cristiano Ronaldo in that regard. And also you guys, I'm going to say you guys as soccer players because you did play at Marshall, and you're my resident soccer dude. You guys like to rip your clothes off in celebration.
Yeah, see, I would not as much if I was playing today. I wouldn't because of the shape I'm in, but they would. If I was a guy, I'd be taking it off all the time.
Wait,
at Marshall, I didn't even get my shirt off. My first time I scored there, I got the whole team. It was like a big goal, I guess. And then I got a huge article in the paper, and it ticked off everyone because they never asked us anything. Because Moss went there. Like, we had a 12-page paper, The Guardian or something. I wonder if my parents still had it. And it said, Scott scores one for the dog pound. And I can't believe, because I was so mad.
Wait, what was your team's moniker?
The Thundering Herd. It was because I made a comment when he asked me after the game, which I was not used to talking to media, so I just say anything. I said I hadn't been playing because I got hurt like right before the season, so I didn't play till like the fourth game, and I was playing with the sub, so we used to call it like the beating the dog pound. So we scored it it was like a goal for the dog pound.
Got it.
It turned in this whole story, and it was not even that big, but then that was like, and it made like the front page.
Of this 12-page paper in rural West Virginia.
Huntington, West Virginia.
Is there Huntington Beach or Huntington? Is there a Huntington Beach
no
in West?
Beach in Marshall. There's no beach in West Virginia. Let me tell you, it was. But when I called home. Oh, that paper was massive. It was like 80 pages. I kept telling everyone it was a big deal. And it was
Every time you tell the story, you keep embellishing?
It was terrible. And everyone on the team's like, what's this dog pound? I'm like, I made one joke. I felt like I was in the dog pound because I wasn't playing. And I was homesick. And it was like, I'm trying to remember the school I scored against. I don't even remember. That's how bad. I remember I scored against the Citadel at the Army School, and I actually got knocked out in the game. And they asked me, where are you? And I didn't know because I was Canadian. I didn't know where we were, like a Citadel. All right, the Citadel. They're like, what state? I'm like, oh my God. I'm pretty sure it was South Carolina, but it took me there like, you're off.
They're like, go to the quiet room. Actually, back then they probably didn't have a quiet room. They're like, just go sit on the bus.
Drink more water, then we'll bring you back out.
Yeah.
You play in the second half.
So soccer players rip their shirts off. I know Ronaldo ripped his shirt. He scored a big goal recently against Levante or wherever. A big goal.
Yeah.
So that's a soccer player thing. Baseball players don't do it. They get their shirts ripped off when they hit walk-off home runs at home place and they get assaulted by their teammates. Football players don't. Basketball players, they don't. No. They do at the end of games when they're leaving. If they get ejected or if they're leaving, they'll throw their jersey into the crowds. Just you guys. Hockey players can't. That
and diving should stop. And the other thing is lifting your shirt and having a sign.
You don't like that? I kind of like that.
It's all about me now. Like Tom Brady, go back Tom Brady, but you just do your job and act like you've been there. But it's so hard to score in soccer. Maybe they do, but a guy for Liverpools Suarez, he just had a baby. He actually got to walk on the field with as his 1 week old baby to start the game.
Are you kidding?
And then when he scored, he lifted his shirt, and there was a picture of the baby. I'm like, how many times am I going to see this kid? And he scores a lot. They always have some symbol, and it's weird. It's got I bet that drives, besides the diving, like North American fans that aren't into soccer. That's probably one thing, because they're not like that in baseball either. The only team that really rips jerseys off is the Jays, too. I don't feel it's amazing.
No, I feel like I've seen it before. Like, guys get wild, like Boston. Yeah. Anytime. Like, those guys get wild. The Jays, yes. And the Angels, it's Armageddon at home plate. Once that dude is coming down the third baseline, throws off his his helmet, and he knows he's just going to get ransacked.
That's the only time that you'll see baseball play, because they try to keep their emotions kind of in check. right? Like that's their game. They respect
because
the
it's
game.
so long and slow. But you're right, they do. Like the closer gets to be emotional.
Yeah.
And, when you hit a home run, you get to admire it for a little bit, but you can't admire it, briefly, because the next time, if it's too much, you're getting a fastball in the face. 98 miles an hour, right? Yeah, or a teammate just getting smoked in the ribs. Last soccer-related item, my friend Frizz just got back from London, and he saw a soccer game. He went to see West Ham play Everton. So he went the day before to get a ticket, just a single game ticket, and there were like 10 left, so it was actually a smart move to do it the day before to go to the stadium. And on the ticket, and he sent me a picture of this, it says home supporters only on the ticket. So when he was buying it from the lady at the gate, she was like, well, who are you cheering for? And he kind of shrugged his shoulders. And she's like, well, because you can't, if you can't cheer for Everton if you're at a West Ham game. So he just wore like a black pullover, like a black a sweatshirt, and that's how he went to the game. And he said he looked across and there was an Everton section, which is like 4 sections, and then so they're in their color, and then around them is like literally like police officers in like yellow or orange that are lining that area where the fans are. Like that just that's next level. I can't even find the proper way to articulate that level of just of fanaticism, where dudes were just you're going to a game and you're looking for fights.
It used to be, I think, and that's before our time, or maybe my dad's time. There was always
there's still fights. Dudes are throwing Heineken bottles into crowds. They did that this weekend.
In Britain, I know what happens. Like there's riots and stuff because they've tried to tighten it up, but there is, for that reason, there's pubs too you can't go to over there. It'll say no colors. So me and you go over, and that's not even a rivalry, by the way. That's like a normal game. If they were playing a rival team, like Everton was playing, let's say, Liverpool, you can't go in the other section. You don't wear another shirt. In Scotland, Rangers Celtic, and that's very.
That's one of the greatest rivalries. One of the most heated rivalries.
So the bus comes into the stadium with the supporters. That whole side of the stadium is blocked off and barricaded. So their buses meet somewhere else, drive the supporters there. The other fans can't even get near them. Like before the game, they have to leave right away. So that's how segregated stuff. Like I went over and I watched Man U Arsenal and I would never go sit. But and the supporters want to be in their own section, because at hockey games and stuff, you could be spread all over. So if you're in your section, you can sing and because there's lots of songs and stuff, right? But that's not even a like seriously. You went to a bigger game and it would be crazier to go sit in another section. You wouldn't even do it. You would probably be told by the cops to get out if you were. If me and you just for a joke went to a game. We're like, hey, let's wear the other jersey. It would be no, you're out. You're tossed.
A couple weeks ago, we spoke about Tom Brady. And I used to have the conversation, used to have the argument. I would argue that Tom Brady was a better quarterback than Peyton Manning. Tom Brady had his great season in 2007. Peyton Manning had his great season in 2006. But it just I feel like there's no conversation anymore. Like Peyton Manning is like, and he runs that whole offense.
Yeah.
He runs. And my friend Tim used to say this, like, people don't give Jim Kelly enough credit because he used to call the plays for those Buffalo Bills teams that went to 4 straight Super Bowls, which is basically unprecedented. And and Peyton Manning is doing the same thing in this game yesterday with Manning versus Tony Romo. 51-48 was just unbelievable. It was the 4th highest scoring game. You guys, everybody knows about it by now. 4th highest scoring game ever. Manning had over 400 yards. He had 5 touchdowns. He threw for 4, ran for 1. The guys have run a touchdown in like 5 years.
The running one though? The running one was one of the best naked bootlegs. It was like the camera didn't catch it because no one's like, Manning's not running. And he almost slipped, and he still had. And he's so slow, but he is. They say they have a meeting. I guess when they go, they'll probably have tomorrow off, or maybe it's not. And they just have it. He's set up just an offense meeting, and it's only players, no coaches. And he runs the meeting like a coach, and anyone could say anything. He'll be like, "What'd you say on this?" And because everything's so hand signals, and he can audible at the line. He can touch something. And the wide receivers that he has now, like Welker said, he's never seen this. Like, and Brady was fanatic too, but Manning runs his own offensive meeting, just players.
That's insane. And that's the kind of respect that he has earned.
Yeah, and everyone's and it's only his 2nd year, right?
There. Yeah, in Denver.
Revamped that whole offense. The only thing that's going to stop him probably is their defense.
Well, yeah, give you 48 points.
I mean,
like
it was like a video game for real.
It really was.
It was like, and the punter, you probably, if you're Dallas and you're like, it's 4th and 4, you're like, we might as well go for it because you're never getting the ball back. He was driving him, and he's just throwing to. I mean, it's
Julius Thomas, Demarius Thomas, Wes Welker, Eric Decker, even Ronnie Hillman got some looks today. Like it's gross. I mean, now, okay, so the argument is, Peyton Manning played with two of the. I don't know where Reggie Wayne is gonna. Reggie Wayne's probably in the top 25, maybe top 25 greatest receivers of all time. But Marvin Harrison is like top 5. Marvin was just quiet, went about his business. Apparently, he killed the dude in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was gonna say he tricked us all.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I should bring up. I should only. Okay. On the field stuff only. Yeah. Okay. Marvin Harrison's probably top 5, top 10, maybe even top 5. And Tom Brady played with Randy Moss for just 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But Marvin Harrison, his whole career was with Peyton Manning, and then Reggie Wayne for a big part of his career. Edgerrin James, like he had better parts, and then. But Tom Brady did have Wes Welker for 5 years, and Wes Welker had unprecedented stats for those 5 years, like leading the league in receptions for 5 straight years, over 100+ catches. Like, it was just gross.
Worst thing to do was to let Welker and Belichick didn't get along. To let him go to Peyton because he was Tom Brady's soother. Like, it would be 3rd and 6. He's like, I'm just running a quick.
I'm just gonna dump it to Welker, and Welker's gonna give me 8 to 12.
And he'd get hit like he was like pinball. He'd just get hit everywhere. Get up, go again. And we gave that up. We have nobody. And like Manning is, what's the rest? Is someone saying 60 touchdown passes? Like,
that's what he's projected to throw this year. Yeah.
It's fantasy. He's at that, and we're gonna talk fantasy again. You're playing that guy, you're automatically down. Whatever point,
like 25 to 30 points, you're down.
And Romo, so if you had Romo, you're gonna get 500. But he will have that pick. You know what I mean? So they'll never go against each other. Usually in fantasy, it doesn't work. But if you're playing him, it reminds me of LaDainian Thomas, LT. Remember when he was on that touchdown in San Diego Street?
Oh, yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson. Yes.
I inherited a team, right? And a guy is in the NFL that's in our league, and I inherited him. So every week I was up those 20 to 25 points before I woke up.
He was a monster.
And it would be 2-3 touchdowns easy, catch a couple in the backfield. This is like unprecedented.
So speaking of, so San Diego, LaDainian Tomlinson, a team that's in their division, the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid is a big man, okay, and he's got a big mustache. He's a big man, and he's wearing red. And I saw this meme, and I know it's kind of it's kind of cold, but he looks like the Hey Kool-Aid guy.
Oh
now,
yeah.
Now, if you're on like KC, do you how do you tell someone that that's not a good look for you? Especially a grown man.
He's a big dude. He is
like, hey, Andy, you want to try the one in white? Like, do you just leave clothes for him in his office? Like, do you just leave a black one? Because in Philadelphia, he could get away with it. He wore it black. Yeah. Or army or that dark green because those are the Eagles' colors. But in Kansas City, it's red and it's on the logo there's a bit of gold, bit of yellow, and white.
He could go black because I know there's Kansas City black jackets out there with the red logo.
Maybe Andy's wife can say. I feel like the wife can say. She's like maybe the only one that could say, like, Andy, why don't you try wearing a black one this week?
Or why don't you hide behind 2 of your linemen and call the plays? Because it's always the first guy you see.
The camera will find him. The camera will definitely find him.
He's got a massive mustache. Like he stands out all around, right? There's nothing quiet about him.
Lastly, what's happening at hockey games that's driving you nuts?
I feel I'm becoming that old guy or something.
Maybe you are.
I hate something or everything's bothering me. Like it's there's the thing I was telling someone. Oh, they have something on their face and they had something on their tooth, or it was on their nose, and I told them and I said, oh, I'm telling you that because I'm a good friend and I wouldn't want you to walk around with that. And I thought about, I'm not telling him because I'm a good friend. I'm actually a bad person. I just don't want to look at it anymore. So I'm not helping anyone. And then I go to the game last night, and we have this infatuation. Hey, Cab, I'm going to be at the Leaf game. You're like, yeah, me too. I'm in section 110. Okay, I'm in 102. Oh, I got to text you. Oh, where are you? You're like, I'm in 110. And then we have to stand up so I exactly see your location. Even knowing you're there is fine. I need to know exactly. Oh, there he is. Now I'm more comfortable. Like, it's not enough anymore. And it's all around me. Oh, my God, there's a guy over there. And everyone has to stand up during the game. It's like almost like the person that knows the camera's going to be always looking around, and they stand up and wave.
Or they do a dance, so they get on the jumbotron.
It's like it's everyone's on their phone, even at Leaf games. And I mean, it is unbearable right now. I mean, I know it's a home opener, but everyone has to see where are you section, and they have to see the person. Like, you can't just Cabs in 110. Okay, there's 110. I see. He's probably over there. Like, where's Waldo? It's more fun maybe look at, hey, there he is. I can see it. But don't stand. Everybody has to know where we are.
So you just prefer everybody just stay in their seat and watch the game. At the intermissions, go get your beer, go use the bathroom, go buy some food.
It's like,
but during the game, everybody's eyes forward and don't look around for your friends.
And don't talk about stuff that's not pertaining to the game. That's another thing. And this is like our business ideas we had when we asked Mike Richards if we can use his dog.
No, Aaron Rodgers. Mike Richards to use his dog, and then we asked Aaron Rodgers to fund it.
Yes, we ask everyone to fund everything. Yeah. It's my idea to go. We open a nightclub, cell phone free. Just to see if that would change the way we go out now. I think we'd be.
So we're taking it back to like 2002.
Yes.
Or no, maybe more like 98.
And when you ask someone for a number, you have to do the embarrassing walk to the bar, ask the bartender for a pen, and write it on somewhere.
Write it on a napkin?
That is the challenge nowadays. No scanning phones or anything. No cell phones. You come in for 3 hours. All you get to do is drink, dance, and try to meet each other. And they have to talk to somebody all night.
Well, that's no problem for you. My friend, actually, just last year, my friend Joel Ward did that. He went to the bar, got a pen, and wrote this girl's number on a napkin. And then I was like, well, how did she react? And he just said, and she kind of like laughed at it. And then he just told her, I'm old school.
To get away. He just lost his phone, or he forgot it? Or he did it on purpose?
He loses his phone every freaking 3 months. So maybe he did actually lose his phone, and it wasn't a thing that he was doing to kind of take it back to 95. Maybe it's by necessity he needed to do this. Neil Scott, thank you very much for coming in, my guy. On Twitter, it's at the Neil Scott, correct?
Yes.
At the Neil Scott, 2 T's, My Guy Mondays. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for listening to Cabbie Presents, the podcast.